Well, in Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said at the start of Sunday's cabinet meeting that huge gaps have emerged between the country's Arab and Jewish residents. And the government is determined to narrow them by both allocating more resources to the Arab sector and enforcing the laws there. His comments came in the wake of the government's approval of a 15 billion shekel multi-year plan 2 weeks ago for development of the Arab sector.
Anyone with eyes in his head knows there are large gaps between the Israeli Arab and Jewish public, resource gaps and gaps in law enforcement, gaps and discrepancies in right obligations. These gaps formed during decades, and it's the time to make a major national effort to reduce them. In recent years, the governments in my lead invested significant resources in the Arab sector.
And we're joined now by our diplomatic correspondent Tal Shalev in the studio. Tal, thanks for being with us.
Hi, David.
So Netanyahu has faced a lot of criticism now. What do you make of his response?
Well, last week's Tel Aviv terror attack perpetrated by an Arab-Israeli citizen who was allegedly assisted by a group of friends and acquaintances has sparked an intense debate about law enforcement in the Arab sector. And the attack happened just days after the government approved this $3.85 billion plans for social and economic investment in the Arab sector. And Netanyahu has been under fire from the opposition, both left and right. We heard the leader of the right-wing Israel Beitenu, Avigdor Lieberman, say that the Tel Aviv attack is the result of overly forgiving policies towards Arab extremism. But on the other hand, from the left side of the opposition, they slammed Netanyahu's response to the attack, which basically singled out the Arab sector as responsible for the attack at whole. And that critic continued last week after it was reported that the investment plan, this ambitious investment plan, is currently on hold, and it depends on sufficient law enforcement in the Arab sector. But Netanyahu seems to be unmoved by the criticism. He clarifies today that there are two different plans. One is designed to close the gaps in education, infrastructure, economy, and trade. But the other one, which was decided upon months ago, is to step up efforts in the Arab sector to enforce the law in various realms, including building laws, incitement, and illegal arms. But Netanyahu clarifies that one will not advance without the other. And it's worth noting that the truth is that the Arab leaders themselves have been urging the government for decades to address crime rates and illegal arms in the Arab sector, but so far nothing has come out of it. Netanyahu today pledges that this time it will work. Time will probably tell.
Well, thank you very much, Tal Shalev, our diplomatic correspondent.